Hello and welcome to just some casual Wingspan gameplay. By casually, I mean this time it's not a tournament game, it's just regular. Hanging around on the Discord tournament server and playing an Elo game against one other player, which in this case is Spartan Fan 13. Welcome, Spartan Fan. Great to have you here. Let's see what we can do. So the opening hand is rather embarrassing. The yellow hammer is a fine bird, and the opening hand is all like, hey, look at this first round goal, let's make this happen. Look, 4 ground nest birds and even a bobolink. But no means to get the food. So, or rather awkward. Yellow hammer is a very fine bird. Bobolink might be a fine bird later on. The rest is rather too complicated, I think. The Ecologist is a very nice bonus card, so I'm leaning towards just keeping the yellow hammer, grabbing one of these forest birds, but alas. This poses the problem that we won't be drawing cards very well. I might keep the Nighthawk as a starter in addition. That also helps to generate an extra food with these birds by moving to the second forest slot, then moving back to the wetlands and getting stuff. Yeah, that's could work. So let's keep this and a berry, because we're probably taking the cardinal. It only gives berries, but it gives them consistently. But we can think about this while our opponent chooses their opening hand. So we need more wheat than we do need berries. But if at some point we ran out of wheat in the feeder, then at that point the cardinal becomes better than the blue jay. But then again, in a later game, we could use the blue jay to generate points. That's a tough decision. I think I will go for the cardinal still, because it's 5 egg spaces as opposed to 2 egg spaces on the blue jay, and this will become relevant in the last round for the round goals. So yeah, I think I will be going for the northern cardinal. Probably will play the yellow hammer to the grassland. Rule 16 in full effect. So, congratulations, Spartan Fan, on your new white stork. That's unfortunate. That's flipping a very, very powerful bird. One of the top 10 birds, I'd say. But yeah, this doesn't change our game plan, really. The question now is, what do we want to do next? I'd say, as we have one grub in our supply already, we will probably just grab another one, play the Nighthawk. Play it where exactly? I think we can lay eggs later on when the yellow hammer is on the board. We will need an extra card. So let's just put this here and move it to the forest afterwards. The question is if we want to... I mean, if we should manage to get the yellow hammer going, which is not a no-brainer at the moment, We could use a bird that we can actually play, which is not in plain sight at the moment. So I would think that the honey buzzard is interesting. Let's just pick this. Because if we can get this down, then it could be really interesting fodder. So we'll use Yellowhammer to play honey buzzard on the first turn and hope for some extra grubs, but we have only 3 actions left. We need to get food now. And I think it won't be enough. So we need this wheat and a grub. And we will get a berry, which is not enough for all the things that we want to do. It's not going to work out with a Yellowhammer. Because things. We could still consider playing the Yellowhammer in order to be able to have 2 birds for the round goal. They have 0 at the moment, but this might change, so yeah, if we're saying Yellowhammer over honey buzzard, then we can just keep the Nighthawk there, because we will be getting food one more time before that is going to happen. We might actually want to secure a premium card drawing bird now and just lay eggs on the Nighthawk. On the other hand, let's be confident that we find another good card drawing bird. Investing a whole action just to draw 1 card, which is a 0-point bird, doesn't feel right. It's kind of annoying to be 1 card or 1 food short of getting Yellowhammer working in the first round. But still, yeah, my opening hand was very mediocre, and for that I have created a fair setup for the coming rounds, I think. So let's just see what happens, but yeah, the white stock was definitely devastating, so it's such a huge value machine. The heavy going first next round. I'll seek to move my Nighthawk to the wetlands in order to obtain some cards. I cannot use that one. At least we claim the round goal on our own. There are interesting birds. The cuckoo is nice, the American crow is nice. None of them are just as good as to make us draw them, which is probably not true for the house finch. We can by no means allow to have the house finch in line with the wood stork. Wood stork? White stork. Because then they can not only get a random card, more or less random card, by laying eggs, but also use an existing random card to draw a target card from here before they proceed, and that's just too good. We cannot allow that. Not ever. So, unfortunately, we have to pick this berry, and I think we want to get this actually. And we might want the house finch in the wetland. So we move this here. So now we can play the other two birds if we want, without the nighthawk coming in the way. The cuckoo and the cowbird are actually interesting, but I don't really have time to draw them, and they will shuffle them away quite soon. Ishly. So yeah, let's see. Painted bunting and wild turkey. Oh, free wheat. Nice. Another migratory bird as well. I don't think I need any of these birds really desperately. So just lay eggs, move that bird here. And then yeah, we need to, if possible, find a second bird that we can play, so that we can finally get value from the yellow hammer. And of course to fill our 2 columns, which would be mandatory in order to take something home from this game. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very strong grassland. I mean, we could in theory rely on the honey buzzard to deliver us the food that we need to play the yellow hammer bird, but that's a bit fishy. Let's just draw random cards and see what happens. Well, that's a good one. That's not a good one. I would then suggest to move this one there. And this enables us to, yeah, basically we'll boil it down to play buzzard, gain food, and then we can safely play Forster's turn as well. Ooh, food. This way we could even do it the other way around, but I don't need it. Let's just play it like we intended to. Save cup nest eggs if possible. Ooh, we get a... Ooh, wagtail. Tempting. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I mean, if we have any luck with the buzzard, then we might even play wagtail and Force's turn right now. Can now grab fish and worm, get a berry on top. I've had Yellowhammer wagtail games before, and they tend to be very wild. Not necessarily good, but always wild and interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of it will depend a lot on the honey buzzard's success, what will happen in this game. So the better that one hits, the earlier the more fun we will be having. Oh, that's good already. 2 for the first activation is always very nice. So we can actually do this, right? Play this one, but to the water, please. And then play this one as well. Oh, that looks nice. So the Dusk has done. So are we going for full teal here? Maybe we might even draw the goose and shove it away, or even play it for the round goal. Not really play it, but we don't want our opponent to have it because they can play it very easily, and we are not having this. I consider both Dusk and Greylag Goose interesting enough to draw them, although I'll probably go to ship the goose. Also discarding an egg for an egg. This is so teal. I don't need the chickadee, I think. I don't want the goose. Ibis, interesting. We don't have any use for the hawk, I fear. I mean, if we end up with 5 wetland birds, we can play 2 extra birds, and the Nighthawk can play can pretend to be the 5th. So there might actually be something going on. They continue to develop a really nice grassland engine. So let's have a look and see what we can do. I think I will want to have the Dusk down because they will be fervently laying eggs, given their engine. And the Dusk in combination with the Yellow Henma and Wagtail is extremely nice because you will always have a way to make good use of these eggs. Okay, let's go full double Wagtail Teal. Ooh, even a magpie. We might want to draw that actually. So they laid eggs, which is sort of okay. I mean, the magpie is not as important that we need to draw it now. We need to lay eggs at least once. We could move it to the forest. I probably want to move it to the wetlands first. Because that magpie is interesting because it's teal. So I once uploaded a video which was called something like going full teal or something, but I think I had only 4 or 5 teal birds. This could maybe top this score even. Okay, let's see what we can make of this. We also don't have infinite time in terms of actions. So let's grab the magpie. Won't need that one, we won't need that one, I figure. So let's just draw 2 more random cards. Bunting time. Yeah, move that one to the forest. Draw another card. Also interesting. I won't be playing the parrot crossbow this game. That one I'm certain about. Will I play the heron? I don't think so. We will have trouble. I mean, we'll be playing so many extra birds. Oh no, not the chiff-chaff. Come on. I mean, okay. It's not the best bird for them, actually. So magpie can go to the grassland, and whitethroat can go to the grassland. Let's consider this. Oh, nice. We won't need any mice. So let's grab this, reroll. Ugh. That sucks. We have one more action after this. What are we going to do with that action? We sort of have all the things that we need. We have 3 eggs, but that will be more eggs. Yeah, let's just move that to the water in order for us to have 4 water birds and win the round goal, hopefully. Oh, if we I mean, these eggs were placed poorly, obviously. But if I play 1 bird here, 1 bird here... I mean, the Dusk will also gain eggs, so it will be difficult for the whitethroat to put the eggs in the right place. Oh, the mute swan even. I mean, it's a bit late for the mute swan, we're not going to get value of the mute swan. Can we afford to play another bird? I think so. How many times do I have laid eggs? 3 times, so the amount of eggs will not be an issue. The amount of grubs might be an issue. But we could also overpay this with. So it's probably worthwhile also playing that bunting. So this will get 3 eggs. Is there any reasonable way to get 5 birds in a row in order to maximize the impact of this one? Not without walling in the Nighthawk, I think. I mean, we could put Bellsvirio, but we cannot do that. We need the magpie. I mean, we could play the snow bunting here. But then we also don't have a chance to play the ibis. No, that's bad. So let's stay with 4 birds in a row for that one and try to have 5 next round. So we should have got enough food for this, right? So it's got 1 grub and 2 berries. 1 grub and 1 berry. Now this one, yeah, that should work. So let's play the bunting. Exactly these food costs there. So I think I will want to put the white-throat here, the magpie here. So we start out with a Dusk. Then this one. Fail, apparently. And then we play another bird. So we start out with the 5 eggs now, so that's not a problem whatsoever. So we play the obvious one. This one here. Let's use... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's use this egg first. And then we can use this. Use this. Use this. My white-throat there. And get rid of this and this egg. This is madness. I don't know if it's good, but it's definitely fun. More Tony's wobble. Okay, no, this is too much. This definitely goes too far. Oh, so sad that this buzzard failed. It would have made would have completed the party. So we need 3 birds. I'm willing to play the ibis and the vireo. Don't need to play that bunting. I don't need to play any of these. Spotted owl is nice, that could work. Which means Common Nighthawk can actually do whatever it wants. We will need to draw cards. We'll need to gain food. That might be a bit of a problem. Yeah, let's do some card drawing, and if we don't find anything better than the Anhinga, we will probably take it via the House Finch. So we will be grabbing food, so let's just move the Nighthawk there. This won't be a problem to move it to another place. So I won't be playing this one. I assume we will also not be playing the Anhinga. It's also way too late for that raven. So at the moment I can get to 7 eggs in a cup nest. The bird feeder situation is really unfortunate. I hate it to be relying on the honey buzzard. precisely the type of food that I need most is not there. It's a bit of a pity. I could of course overpay to play Nightingale to the grassland now, but it's also not very convincing. It's all rather unfortunate. They also won't be targeting that bird feeder, so I have to put up with it. I will only need one fish, so let's do it like this. Discard the double grub bird, which is just too expensive, and reroll. So there would be the second mouse for the old, for example. But the grub, well, let's just take the mouse. It's fine. Then we need to decide on the location for the Nighthawk. It is not staying in the forest, that's for sure. We're also not playing two wet grassland birds, so it can just go there. Can because it costs 2 eggs anyway to play one here. If we want to do that, we can do that prior to laying eggs. And the Nightingale would be an interesting candidate because it can help us obtain the food that we need. And it has the right nest type, although I'm not sure that this one, that will be a factor. Ooh, interesting. So I won't be playing the Phoebe, I think. Huh. Nah. Nah. Also another nah. Yeah, just let's make sure that we can play the stuff that we want. Right here, pay a berry, spend 1 egg here, 1 egg here. Then we have this habitat for 5 eggs of the whitethroat. And we can do our egg laying here and here mainly. We have tons of cut nest spaces. Black skimmer, yes. So 4 eggs here. We can definitely spare with another berry. We need grubs. Ah, this was poor placement actually. We could face a situation where we draw the breeding manager, so the last 2 eggs should have actually gone here, for example. The oologist wouldn't be, so I'm of course talking about the spotted owl because we will be drawing another bonus card. And it would be, of course, unfortunate. to lose an advantage that is at our hand. We don't need the fish crow, so we just grab random one. We won't need that one. So we will be laying eggs again, so this time we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have enough birds for the orologist already, so let's just put 4 eggs on this one. And spend a wheat, not on the nightingale. Put 1 egg here. And get a grub. So, and yeah, then let's do some party. So, first, this one has to happen. 5 eggs here, please. How many times did they lay eggs? 3 times. So we can use this one next. There's also no harm in doing that one now. Okay, had we known that, at least that's a nice tiebreaker. So then the magpie is also just serving herself. Then we play spotted owl, spending non-cup nests ideally. Ooh, 7 points. Nice. That's the right one. And who's left? White wagtail. Right. So, are we ahead? And yeah, we are. So just there is one, there is one. Wow. This was an interesting game. And also we won all the round goals. This could be really fat actually. But also they had the white stork and they had a really nice grasslands engine, so this was really intense. I'm very curious how this works out. So there I'll be overtaking them, but they have a lot of eggs. Oh, very close. Whoa, what a game. Dear sir / madam, what a game. Holy shit, that was great. That was one of the most spectacular games I've had, so it's really a charm. Whenever I'm recording games, they are so epic. I'm not always winning, but they're always so epic. Great. So, consider yourself happy when you have watched this and witnessed what just happened. So, Full Teal Revisited. This is Full Teal 2.0. Glad you watched it. See you next time.